Well, few actors demand your attention on screen like our next guest. Take a look.
Vincent D'Onofrio burst onto the scene as Private Pyle in 1987's Full Metal Jacket. He put on 70 pounds for that role.
You want to be different! Sir, no, sir!
He has starred opposite of Hollywood A-listers like Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones in Men in Black, Jennifer Lopez and Vince Vaughn in The Cell, and again with Vince Vaughn as his brother in The Breakup.
Hey, you want to cry to Mom.
But his most famous role came in 2001 when he was cast as Detective Robert Gorin on Law & Order: Criminal Intent. Now he goes behind the camera as director of the new horror musical, Don't Go in the Woods.
Please welcome Vincent D'Onofrio.
Very good.
Have a seat. You enjoying Chicago?
I just got off a plane and came here. Yeah.
I can't even look at you and not think of you from Law & Order. Like, I just want you to, like, break a case. Like, I want to give you a case and have you solve it. You knew everything on... I mean, I was like, how did he know that? I mean, I know it's an actor, but you were great.
I always knew a little too much on that show.
You always did. So sometimes you would irritate me, but I loved it. I loved you for it.
I think that was one of the attractions of the character, the irritation aspect of it.
Vince, we've seen you play so many different character roles. They're always kind of these quirky guys. Do you enjoy that?
Yeah, I've made a pretty long career of it. And yeah, I find quirky roles or bad guys to be the most interesting parts to play.
Is it relatable to who you are in real life?
I'm a little quirky, not that bad a guy.
Go ahead. Tell us about what you're working on now, your new project, producing. You're on the other side now. Do you like that side?
Yeah, we had fun directing it. We just kind of made this movie on a whim. We shot it in 12 days for $100,000. And I have a really good friend named Sam Bisbee, who's a composer who we wrote all the music, and it's a musical, a horror film. So it's basically everybody sings and everybody dies in it. And we shot it in 12 days for about $100,000, and Tribeca Films was interested in it, so they put it together with 6 other films. And we're touring with this American Express Tribeca Film Festival on the road thing. So we've been going to different states across the country, and we're in Chicago now. They're all going to start screening this weekend, and if you want to see any of those films, if you're a card holder, then you go online on the TribecaFilmFestivalline.com and get tickets and go see any one of those films. Yeah,
we also have that on our website. But when you think about a horror musical, that is it usually doesn't go together.
No, that's why we did it.
It's an interesting concept.
A little quirky, right?
Yeah.
So I hear that you were offered a role on The Sopranos and turned it down.
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Any regrets?
No regrets. I would have had to sell my house to do that part, and then I didn't want to, so I did another job instead. I did Law and Order. Instead.
Yeah, I think that turned out okay.
Yeah.
Sell your house as in you had to move?
No, just the money was no good.
I gotcha.
You know, they weren't paying much at HBO back then. I think they've changed since then, but it was a great part, and I would have loved to work for David Chase at the time. I would have loved to, and the part was great. But
can we ask you what part it was?
I actually don't remember the name of the character. Yeah.
You obviously have become buddies with Vince Vaughn. What has that relationship been like in working with him?
Vince is awesome. Vince is from here, right? And I don't know. I've done so many films with him now. It's like I've known him for a long time. He's a great guy. I mean, it's just like you would think he is.
Have you ever met his mother?
No, but I've met his father.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, gone for car drives with his dad and stuff. But no, he's good people.
What do you think of Chicago when you get? I mean, you shot The Breakup here.
Yeah, I've been here a few times in the last, over my career. I've been acting for, I guess, over 30 years, and I've done a few films here. Right. I've always loved coming here.
I loved you in Full Metal Jacket. It's one of my favorite films. In fact, when you were coming on, I didn't realize that was you in that movie. That was your big break in film, right?
Yeah, that was my first feature, yeah.
How did you get that role?
A friend of mine, Matthew Modine, was doing a part in it, and he said that there was another part available and that I should send a tape And I didn't know at the time that 3,000 other people had sent tapes as well. But back then, we had to rent a video camera. The cameras were about this big back then. You know, they were
Big
these
batteries.
huge things with these packs that you had to carry.
Yeah.
You know. But my best friend and I, we rented the camera, and I did a monologue from a play that I was doing, and I sent it to Stanley Kubrick, and 2 weeks later, he called me at home.
You had to gain 70 pounds for that role?
I did. I gained 70 pounds, almost 80 pounds for that.
How long did it take to gain it, and then how long did it take to lose it?
It took about 4 or 5 months, almost maybe 6 months, something like that, to put it on, and it took about the same amount to take it off.
Like that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Vincent, we appreciate
younger.
you being here. Who do you look up to in the industry, Vincent?
These days, I look up to all the people that are committed to what they do, you know, that fully committed. And there's a lot of nonsense around in the arts right now, and you can, you know, it's easy to pick out the people that are truly creative and truly committed to their art, and those are the ones that I look up to.
All right. Well, make sure to check out, of course, Don't Go in the Woods this weekend at the landmark Century Center Cinema as part of the American Express Tribeca Film Festival on the road event. You can always go to our website for more information. That's at WindyCityLive.com.